You can smell from the temperature of the asparagus and the cauliflower, it's kind of really making that basil come alive. You can smell it in there, tearing it fresh. And then once we've got that salad all nice and tossed, it doesn't take a lot, as you see. It's just a real light dressing. We want the flavor of our grilled vegetables to come through more than anything. But you see great color. Now again, this makes a great side salad, or we've grilled our albacore tuna. So we're going to take a nice one of our fillets of tuna, set that right on top. Just going to find ourselves a nice little sprig of Italian parsley. And we're just going to kind of set that right on top. I'm Chef Todd from the Garden to the Grill. A little cauliflower, asparagus, nice fillet of tuna. All I need now is a fork and some friends. Enjoy.
Compost is a key building block for any garden. You can either make your own or you can buy it. Did you know that Monterey County regulates compost production for safety? Here's how.
Compost is made with different ingredients. There's a lot of different compost. You know, we do manure blends, straight green waste compost that we get here from the landfill and recycled yard waste. And basically it's gone through heat cycles. Is what you do is you put into rows, compost it, water it, get it up to temperature. It has to come up to, for our county regs, has to come up to temperature, be turned a minimum amount of times, and then it's all tested for nutrients, heavy metals, you know, all the pathogen reduction that you have to do. And then once all those are completed, then we're able to sell it to the public and commercial.
The county in this case works as what's called a local enforcement agency. We work on behalf of the state. Basically, the California Environmental Protection Agency has several branches, one of which is the California Integrated Waste Management Board, and we work on their behalf to enforce state laws for composting. So it's basically a statewide standard that we apply here locally. And the key factors are basically looking for pathogen reduction. You want to eliminate Salmonella and E. coli. Basically, you know, we're obviously here being in the Salinas Valley. There's a lot of material that's going to be used on farmlands, can even be taken to people's backyards and things like that, and end up on land where people are producing food crops. So it's very important that you keep the E. coli and Salmonella levels under control, as well as metals contamination and that type of thing. So it's a very serious health issue, also in terms of controlling diseases for plant life, such as sudden oak death and things like that, essentially cooking the material to kill those harmful bacteria that could be inside of it.
Boy, is there a tremendous value in this product right here. This is straight compost, and it makes a great top dress in your garden. Not only will it help keep weeds down, but it will contribute in a great way to the nutrition of your soil over time. Look at the storage capacity for water in that. It's almost like a sponge. And tremendous value when it comes to nutrition. Now the only challenge, as mentioned earlier, this is like putting straight carbon in your garden. So paying attention to that carbon-nitrogen relationship, when you apply a compost like this and you plant with it, you also need to complement that with some organic-based nitrogen fertilizer. That'll balance out that relationship between the microbes that are eating the carbon and the nitrogen that's available for the plant. What a great product, and exactly the type of thing that you'd want in your garden.
Welcome back to our do-it-yourself project. In our last segment, we took a look at my garden area that I finally have a space to do gardening, and we had to make a plan to make the garden, and then as you helped me with, and we had to prepare the soil. What did we do to make it possible to plant our garden here?
Well, here in Salinas, a lot of clay. We broke up that clay, tilled it, and also added gypsum. Gypsum releases a lot of micronutrients and nutrients that plants need. We also used a soil builder, in this case bumper crop, that was amended in.
Once we've prepared the soil and we made our plan, now things can go in. So now we get to get the shovels and and start digging in the dirt.
Yeah, you
Okay.
bet. We're going to do that right now.
What's our first step?
Okay, well, given this path here, we have some weed fabric, and we're going to put this down. It's 3 feet wide. It'll be sort of our path, if you will, to the rear of the space. Once we get this in, we'll place flagstone, and I have some nice Arizona buff flagstone. It's inexpensive, very, very, very strong, and very decorative. And then we'll build up our beds. And in our beds is where we'll do our planting.
Okay, let's get started.
Okay. Well, we're just about here with this path. As you can see, it's done. And when we talk about gardens and laying things out, you always start with the hardscape. This would be the hardscape feature to this small space. It's a path. We've got our weed fabric, we've got our flagstone, and we've got our cow gold. And now we can start with the planting. So now you know, for great nutrition, get started in the garden.
Thanks to our friends today, Chef Todd for a great cooking segment, Cheryl McEwen, our master gardener, and our friends Ted Terrasas, Edie Wiltsey, and Chris Moss from the Monterey County Health Department.
All right, well, here's to happy beginnings in the garden. Get out there and let's get gardening.
Bye.